What's up, guys? This is the Honest Outlaw here, and today we are going to be doing the 2,000 round update of the venerable Staccato C2. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the Staccato C2, if this is the first video you've seen of mine, we've done our first shots of this. We've done the FBI marksman test with this. We've done a 1,000 round review with this. I believe we've done some patron videos with this. And now we're going to be talking about it again. And the reason for that is because this gun keeps coming back on the channels because I keep shooting the damn thing and I keep upgrading it and using it as kind of a test bed gun. And you can tell when I really like a gun because that's usually where it goes. Something like the M9A4 or my Glock 34, things you see over and over again, the Atlas guns, the Hyperion or the Athena or the Artemis. These guns are guns that I shoot for fun and I shoot for practice, I shoot for competition, or I shoot for self-defense. And the Staccato really flexes into a role of, in my opinion, the ultimate carry gun, at least for me. Let me go through my setup here and then I'll explain why I think that, and then I'll tell you kind of how it's been faring overall. So first we have an LAS concealment holster in gray and orange, or black and orange. I get a bunch of different colors just so I can tell the difference right away in the big old holster bin. But I do like the orange. It is kind of interesting. And I got this holster originally because it was the only option available when the Staccato P came out. That being said, I really like LAS concealment an awful lot, so it was not a hard choice for me when I went to purchase the gun. I like to carry appendix with larger guns generally. A few reasons for that. One, because they are easier to access in appendix in a variety of situations, whether you're grappling, whether you are in a car, whether you are sitting in a restaurant booth, whether you're surprised, and you're almost always going to be surprised. A lot of times in my life I've been in fights I didn't know I was in until I was already on the ground, and then you got to deal with it, right? And the better way to deal with that, in my opinion, is from appendix, which is why I often carry a knife either in my pocket or appendix, and then this appendix as well, left and right hand, in case one of my limbs is detained. So that's one of the reasons why I like to carry appendix. Plus, for me, being a taller, let's go with a slim thick. So along with that, it's pretty comfortable for me because I'm a bigger guy. Appendix might not be the best for you. Opinions may vary, belly size may vary, right? Activity may vary. If you're sitting down all day and you got a big old beer gut, appendix certainly not going to be for you. So I like it for this carry system, and appendix does have its drawbacks. And one of those drawbacks is going to be shooting yourself in the junk, shooting yourself in the femoral artery, shooting yourself. There's so many videos discussing where you could potentially shoot yourself, but the reality is you put a 9mm hollow point somewhere in your leg and or nutsack, and you are going to be very unhappy. So I like to carry double action, single action pistols generally with appendix carry, or something very well known and reliable like a Glock with a factory trigger, or oftentimes a single action design. And the reason why I like single action is because grip safety, manual safety, and it just gives you an extra level of comfortability when you are appendix carrying, and I like that. But that's not why I chose the Staccato C2. I chose it because of its size to weight ratio, its accuracy, its reliability, and its feature set. All of them fit my uses the best because I'm a 1911 or 2011 guy ever since I was a little kid. I love the feel. I love the grip angle. I love the return to zero. I love the trigger. And this gun's no exception. This comes in at about $2,000, so it definitely will make you have half a heart attack when you buy it, but you won't regret this purchase. The gun is around 26 to 28 ounces, I forget. It's got aluminum frame, polymer grip, steel slide there, so same weight as a Glock 19, right? Same capacity as the Glock 19. I think you actually get one more. So you get 16 plus 1 with the flush fit mag, and then you can rock these 24 round mags as well. Use this as your backup magazine if you like. And then they even make 27s or even higher than that. You can put base plates on them. You could have a freaking 35 round mag if you really wanted to. So that's kind of cool that you get the same magazine compatibility sort of as Glock. Not compatibility, but modularity. Let's go with that. You have a lot of different variations of mags you can use with the 2011 platform, especially the STI or Staccato platform. And that gives you a lot of benefits because you could, theoretically, you could shoot this in IPSC or IDPA or USPSA as well. I've shot a lot of full-size guns that shoot a lot slower than the Staccato C2. I can tell you that. If you were comparing this to, like, I don't know, a Mark 23 or even a USP Expert, which is going to absolutely love, you're going to be way faster with this. And the reason why is that. The trigger is super light, super crisp, and the reset is ungodly fast. And that allows you to not only have a short reset so you can pilot those rounds, but since the trigger is short and light, the rounds are going to go where you want to, which is really nice. So a little bit of a fudge of a trigger pull because you're going so fast and you don't have to worry about it so much. On top of that, it has excellent texture, excellent ergonomics, and that manual safety that you can wrench down on and use that as a recoil control device. I also wrench down with my thumb and I press really hard in here with my left hand. My left hand works harder than my right, and you can really get shots off relatively quickly. So I like the Staccato P because we've got 2,000 rounds for it right now. I think we may only have 1 or 2 malfunctions the entire time, and that's not during my review process, but that's during like my concealed carry process where I'm doing all kinds of one-handed manipulations, shooting with super cheap ammunition, all that fun stuff. So I definitely trust the gun. I definitely trust it with quality ammunition. With quality ammunition, I've never had a failure with this gun. Not even close. So I like that a lot. I like that I can hit it 100 yards with it on demand whenever I want. And I like that it has just rape-ape speed up close, because that's where most engagements are going to be. If I have to shoot with my left hand and I have to put 6 rounds in somebody real fast, I can think of no better tool. That being said, it's got to be reliable, which it is. Now, past that, this is not a stock Staccato anymore. It is not only holstered up, but we also have some grip tape here so I can put my thumb ramp, or I can put my thumb there, which is really nice. We have a dark side precision lower here. Basically, you have 2 options. You can send it to them to get even more texture, because I can't get enough of that, it seems like. You can send it to them and get it stippled, or you can just buy a grip module. Now, I bought the grip module just because it's easier, quicker, and I have no problem taking it apart and disassembling 2011, so it was not an issue for me. And on top of that, I don't ruin the factory grip, so if I ever want to sell it, I can still sell it for full price. I've had issues in the past selling guns that have been stippled. It might look cool to you, but it usually doesn't look cool to other people, especially if you suck at it like I do. Now, also up here, we had a Vulcan Machine Works, a company that I really like and I've done business with a couple of times. We had them mill out the slide to direct mount an RMR CC, and I paid for all this, by the way. Now, I kind of wish I didn't do that. I wish I would have went with a regular RMR. However, it does look extremely good, and it is very comfortable when I'm carrying it, because the RMR CC is the smallest micro optic from Trijicon, and it fits the narrow slide of the 2011 very well, as you can see there. Most RMRs, especially SROs, will stick out well past that, and for a concealed carry, that can be kind of a pain in the ass because that thing's sticking in your belly. However, you do lose a little bit of speed because the window is much, much smaller, and it's even smaller than like something like a Holosun 507 C or K, I forget which one the small version is, because the good and bad part about the RMR is it has this little dip right here, which is patented, and it makes it very durable, the most durable, but it also decreases the window size a little bit, and you have a shorter, more cluttered sight picture. And now if you add in the co-witness sights, you have a really cluttered sight picture, but you can definitely get used to it. I can still shoot it very fast, and I can still shoot it very, very accurate. And on top of that, with the RMR, I don't have to worry about any durability issues at all, and I can beat the crap out of it, and 2 years later when I turn this, or when I pull this gun and if I need it, it's still going to be there. Also, it's got a very long battery life, but you do, just like the standard RMRs, have to remove this to change the battery, and that is something the Holosuns definitely have over it. That being said, I'll take durability over features any fucking day of the week. I'd rather have a thing work than work well, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I have definitely learned and grown to absolutely love the Staccato C2, and it is in my top 5 carry guns. If I had to pick 5 carry guns for the rest of my life, this would certainly be in there. As a matter of fact, it's probably 1 or 2. If I'm ever in a situation where I even remotely feel uncomfortable, I feel like I have to move out to a bigger gun from something like a Glock 43X or a Glock 43 or a Shield Plus, which is what I've been carrying lately, I move up to this generally. Why? Because it makes me feel comfortable, and it makes me feel like I can hit anything I need to hit. So overall, really, really jacked about the Staccato C2 still, and I just figured I'd give you guys a 2,000 round-ish update. Oh, I should also mention the rounds we've been shooting lately have not been the rounds we were shooting, and it functions not only hollow points really well. I've done some critical defense and some critical duty. Both of those ammo types I carry a lot, but we've also been using the frangible carry ammo that I got from Mr. Guns. I forget what the hell the name of it is, and that functioned really well. It was only 115 grain, and then we've been shooting a lot of 147 127 grain Eli and a lot of 124 grain Phoenix ammo remanufactured. And out of all the guns I have, that's why I love the 2011s, because out of all the guns I have, this one functions with that ammo, no problem. And so do my Hyperion, and so do all my Atlas guns. And that choked with the Canic, it choked with the Beretta, it choked with a lot of guns that are well known for reliability, but that ammo never chokes with my 2011s. And to be honest with you, over the years of running the channel, I've kind of, you know, wipe that off my back, that whole concept of 2011s being unreliable. Because, yeah, some are unreliable, and especially the old STIs are unreliable, but these new Staccato pistols, the Atlas Gunworks pistols, the Wilson Combat EDC X9, all those guns are unfucking believably reliable. So this one is no exception, and I don't understand why, at this point, you wouldn't want one of these. I understand that you couldn't get one because it might be expensive, but I'm telling you, these things, and again, I paid for this. I paid for all of the accessories on this, and I still believe this is arguably the best carry gun on the market. That's just my personal opinion. I've shot a lot of guns though, so I have a little bit of an educated opinion, but opinions may vary, and a lot of times people just don't like the manual safety or the grip safety. I get the grip safety, although I've never had this one not work. Every time I've tried to engage the grip safety, it's always worked, and I wonder if that's because it's a compact grip as opposed to a full size, because every once in a while, if I have a loose grip like this on a full size, I'll try to pull that trigger and it won't work. So be aware of that. But that memory pad on that grip safety is gigantic, and it works really well. On top of that, yeah, the manual safety can be an issue, but if you incorporate it into your battery of arms, you're not going to miss it. I've seen videos from people like, you know, Colin Noir and stuff like that, and I like the guy, but he talks about manual safeties, but you can tell he doesn't know how to use one. And like I said, if you incorporate a manual safety in your battery of arms, it's not a big deal. It's kind of like one of those gun guy concepts, like you could never hit the slide release. I mean, I absolutely love that. You can't hit the slide release because it is a fine motor movement. But so's the magazine release, and you don't need the slide release till you've already hit that, right? So's using the trigger. I mean, I can't think of a more fine motor skill than trying to pull a trigger as fast as you can while still being able to be accurate. I mean, you got to be focused on that. Between the two, I'll take the ease of hitting the slide release all day long. But hey, you believe what you like what you like. Everybody's got their opinions, and they're all valid as long as they work for you. If you don't like the slide release, great. If you don't like the manual safety, great. And if you shoot a Glock, amazing, great. Definitely shoot that. I'm just saying, if you haven't tried one of these, maybe check one out. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please support your local homeless shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.